Today I'm with my good buddy Freddie Boom Boom Rambanis. Dude, I know you got a bunch of stories to tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy wild ride, this 43 years. Both my stories take me way back in my high school era.
Okay.
One of the story is growing up, and we always traveled up to Lake Tahoe, and it was a treasure hunt
Okay.
with my dad. And the other story was a close encounter with a killer whale.
Oh wow. You know what? Here's what's funny about it. I've known Fred a long time, and I believe all of your stories are the craziest stories, and all of them are unbelievable, but they're all so true. So this might be my most difficult factor fish story yet. Freddie, tell me about the first story. And I'm like a bloodhound. I'm going to tell you right now, I can sniff things out, but you might be a challenge.
Yeah, so growing up in California, we always spent the summer up at Lake Tahoe, the Sierra Nevada mountains, and my dad loved to gamble. He loved to go up to Reno, and so in between we'd go up there. He'd always let us do a little treasure hunt, and we went out
While he was like
while he was
gambling off the
while he was gambling. Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes I believe that he had a metal detector.
Okay.
Right, and back then they gave silver dollars.
Okay.
They gave real silver dollars. And we'd go out into the woods with the metal detector, and we'd always find these coins, these silver dollars. And then he'd let us keep them. So it was kind of fun. But
Yeah.
I think he might have gone the day before and planted them, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Well, on this one occasion, we're up there, and we're hiking, and I saw a black duffel bag. And I went over and grabbed it, and I said, "Look what I found." And while he's got the metal detector with my brother, and I opened it up, and there was $20 bills in it.
Like chock full?
Like full of $20 bills.
Okay.
And that
Way
was my
better
first
silver
encounter
dollars.
of, I asked my dad, I said, "What do we do with this?" And he goes, "Well, that's a treasure." He goes, "But I think that might belong to Andrew." I said, "Andrew?" That was the first time I learned about Andrew Jackson,
Oh.
the face of the $20 bill. To this day, I don't know whatever happened to that duffel bag.
You just handed it over to your dad.
Handed it to my dad.
All right. Dude. Okay. Weird.
Weird.
All your stories are weird. You have the weirdest situations. Tell me story number 2, Fred.
Well, I love going out fishing, of course. Went out in the ocean with my dad, and he had the ski boat, kind of old school. We salmon fished out of, and we went out towards the Farallon Islands from the San Francisco Bay, which is really rough. He named the boat Potato Patch because that's the area where all the currents collide, and it's real rough out there. And we get out there and we're salmon fishing. I'd get a little seasick, so I always got thrown up on the bow of the boat.
Okay.
And so I'm up
so
there,
you
and we're mooching
vomit?
for salmon. Yeah, just I like to stay away from everybody when I'm not feeling good, I get a little grouchy. And so I'm mooching frozen anchovies. And
Well, what the hell's mooching?
all this mooching,
Wait a second.
mooching is like a Carolina rig we do for bass fishing.
Okay.
But it's like with a frozen anchovy, you drop it down like 20 poles. And
Okay.
so you hold the rod there.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the sea lions started kind of getting away from us. And they're everywhere out there because we got party boat. I mean, there's just a pile of boats out there. And I watched this killer whale come up right in front of me and porpoise and come right down. And I'm like, what in the world? Well, we just had this warm current trend called an El Nino.
Okay.
This is back in.
I know El Nino.
Yeah, so all the water came up. And you want to know what's crazy about the story?
What?
5 minutes later, I hook into a salmon that turned out to be the state record.
What?
State record, California Pacific Ocean state record king salmon.
Wow.
Yep.
That's something else.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to put a couple questions together here to find out which one of your wild stories is even fact and which one's a fish story. First off, the black duffel bag, was it dirty? Had it looked like it had been buried?
It was not clean. It had been there for a while.
Okay. Was there any like severed body parts inside that bag?
No.
Okay. The killer whale, when he porpoised, did he have a seal in his mouth by chance?
No. I just saw that white under the chin.
Was it as big as your boat?
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
It was big.
Did it scare you?
Yeah, it scared me.
Had you seen a killer whale before?
Only at the
Parks?
parks, yeah.
All right.
through like glass that thick. But if you
Yeah.
tap a coin, they come at you really angry, by the way.
I see. I see. All right. I don't know, Fred. I don't know what to believe. Your stories are wild. I'm going to go with story number 1 being a fact and story number 2 being a fish story.
You are absolutely wrong.
Oh, what?
I was talking about D.B. Cooper's money. That wasn't my money.
Oh, my gosh. I thought your dad had a very addictive gambling problem, and bag full of $20 bills might have been like part of your savings account or your college tuition that he was
Help fund
like,
me out here on the water.
well, no, he was going to go gamble it away. And then the killer whale was for real because you see all sorts of wild stuff while you're fishing.
Yeah,
You tell me
the killer
stories
whale
I
was
don't.
real.
Oh. Oh, I got it wrong.
Oh, you meant to say the money was fake or the...
Yes, I did. I got you, Fred.
You tricked me. It came back on me.
You won, Fred. Good job.